It's Week 18 of the National Football League, and we'll see the Voyagers' sure-handed wide receiver. He's been torching secondaries all season, now closing in on 1,200 yards. It's the Voyagers and the Cougars under the lights on Sunday night.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Chicago Cougars and the Houston Voyagers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at our home side in this one. Their offense is one that doesn't rely too heavily on just one guy. They like to spread things around as best they can.
You're right about that. It's a diverse unit, and they like to run their offense by what they call game plan, meaning each and every week they study the opponent, they probe its weaknesses, and they move the ball around that way. They emphasize who's going to get it based on what they think they'll accomplish in that game. Other teams, they're a system team. They're going to run what they run no matter what. I like this style of offense. It suits them well.
And we are underway from Houston. Taking it about the 1. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And does the defense have it? They do, says the referee. We're going the other way. It's hard enough to play on the road in this league as it is, but to start on the road with a fumble on the opening kickoff, just not the precedent you obviously want to set.
Not at all, and now it's just words because they've talked about it all week. From the time they start game planning for this one, remember, going into hostile territory, we have to set the tone right in the beginning, and they do the exact opposite.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Over the middle, it's complete. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. 2nd and 4. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And some oohs and ahs from the crowd as he jukes his way forward for a couple of yards. They're going to run this with a tight end. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. Yeah, this is going to depend on the spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches. So a decision to be made. Is this something, opening drive maybe they discussed before the game?
They had to, and that's the responsible way of getting ready for a game. You go through situations with your staff, you go through scenarios, and you read your team. If we're in this spot and we're moving the ball well, is this a time to go for it? Or is it time to be a little bit cautious? I think in this case, he feels good about his team. He should go for it.
And his kick is good. And the opening drive of the game yields 3. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
But whenever you call and run the hitch route, a lot of times that ball's got to be in the air before the receiver even turns around. That's the result of throwing it so many times in practice. Is really a timing route. Make sure that ball's out of your hands, and oftentimes the receiver turns around, and there's the ball. Nice completion there.
Being chased out left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week. Plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright?
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 15. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Out now comes the Houston offense as you take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC.
Well, here we sit, Week 17. Just one more week in the regular season after this one. So if you're one of these teams trying to make a move and improve your spot or jump in from the outside, Charles, you better make that move now.
And these final games are often a good barometer for all those teams fighting for position or a wild card spot. They have to be able to get the job done these last 2 weeks before things get even tougher when the playoffs officially begin.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 13, it's a first down.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
He's got the first down and more. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll look to throw again. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Now, this is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. Well, I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. On second down, they'll run it here. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year as his guys are able to extend their lead. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Now the try here for the point after. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And the result, a Houston touchdown.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. Taken in at the 3.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Looking to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Back to throw here. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. (10-0) the score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's our home team with possession as they've got it 2nd down and 11. They'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Hands it off out of the gun.
Good footwork at the 30.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Looking left sideline, it's complete.
This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down. So another on-target throw, and that last one, Charles, going to put him up over 5,000 yards passing out for the season, and that is not an insignificant number.
Indeed it is not, because this is not a big list, and most of the guys on it, Drew Brees, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Dan Marino, they either are or will be Hall of Famers.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
They'll look to throw here. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead in the 2nd quarter, and already his 2nd touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes our score 17-0. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And the result, a Houston touchdown.
Taken in at the 3. The Chicago offense set to get started. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Here's 2nd and 8.
Looking left side, he's got it. Complete.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
And a nice milestone reached on that last throw as here late in the season, he goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long, had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. And they'll run on the inside handoff.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. He'll look to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, And it's going to lead him to fourth down.
And that sack certainly just strengthening his candidacy for Defensive Player of the Year. You think he's got that one in the bag yet?
I'm not willing to vote quite yet just because I want to wait until the season's over, but he is really tracking towards it. Just look at all the great plays we've seen from him throughout the season. Strength plays that you referenced there, as well as agility plays. Yeah. They just have not found a way to block him consistently.
Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He's thrown touchdown passes on his last 2 drives as he begins here, 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And down he goes just beyond the 35. And that pretty move got him some extra space to run.
40 yards rushing for him now to this point.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on 2nd down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Wide open receiver complete.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down. Here's a 2nd and 7.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And he's going to get this down near the 25. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down.
They'll set up a throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
They run a draw here on 2nd down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. On play action, they'll throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Here we go on 4th down. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion, and defensively pure frustration.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. He'll drop to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. They'll drop to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal.
Back to throw. Touchdown! From 4 yards out.
And the Voyagers are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Well, he is such a matchup nightmare down near the goal line, CD, and another example right there on that play for the touchdown.
It's borderline impossible to defend this guy because that kind of size, he can still get out and run a crisp route, and he has excellent hands. Even if you stick with him, all the quarterback has to do is lob it up, and he can win almost any jump ball.
Point after, right down the middle. And a rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This one fielded at the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They'll look to throw here on first down. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw again. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll set up to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Multiple defenders in there to bring him down as this quarter comes to an end.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much.
Hey, we get it. No time to waste. Playoffs starting next week. We skip right over halftime and get back to the action.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback.
And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he will have a first down here at about the 40.
64 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. From the gun, he'll hand this off.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They're going to look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
To me, the defense was looking a little gassed near the end of the first half, but they've come out of the locker room with a little extra spring in their step. Wonder what they did at halftime to get them so motivated.
I don't know, but that sack looked good. Now let's see if they can build on the momentum of that play. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. They bring their punter out there now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And this will be a gain of right around 3 from the 7 out to the 10-yard line. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And space opens a bit as he gets it across the 15 to the 17-yard line.
78 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, Makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
The Chicago offense set to get started. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
He lost 9 there. That's really going to set him back for second down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
So now then, the big loss sets up 2nd and 19.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
A third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. 2nd and 9 now. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Well, it's obvious, but I can't help but say it here. It's never a good day when the opposing defense has more sacks than you have points. The win seems likely, but this defense is still playing for something here. They see that 0 on the scoreboard, and they don't want that to change.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. From 17 yards out.
And the Cougars are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. The offense going to stay on the field as they will line up and go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive. as we're back to a two-score game.
Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a two-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the two-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
This fielded right at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
And now out comes Houston.
Now all of a sudden we've got an interesting game here. You just saw them go down and score a touchdown. And what was a comfortable lead at halftime, it's down to a two-score game.
And so the obvious thought is they've got to ramp things back up again. Got to get the offense into high gear. But we've seen this before when you've kind of been in shutdown mode for a while thinking that you're okay. It's hard to mash the gas again and have everything work perfectly. They've got to fashion together a good drive right here and now.
Because defensively, got to be feeling confident. They haven't allowed a point this half.
So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that will bring up 3rd and 1. They'll look to throw here. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. And on now is the punter, as he's on to punt for Houston. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter.
That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for 2nd down.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss. He'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll look to throw.
That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. Houston set to take over. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 15 yards there for number 15.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Back to throw here. He's going to rifle one deep left side. This is caught inside the 15.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the 3rd quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the 4th quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. looking to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Voyagers stretch this fourth quarter lead even further, and they are closing in on win number 12 of the season. Well, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up the secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 23. So the drive there, 5 plays, 80 yards. And the result, a Houston touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Chicago offense set to get started. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he wisely will throw that one away. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. He'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
Finding space at the 40.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. They'll look to throw again. And this is going to be incomplete. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a 1st down. They go for it on 4th down, but come up empty. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. Well, being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on 4th down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond now. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down.
92 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line.
It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
He kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Following the delay, here's 2nd and 9. They'll drop to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Now they'll run on the draw. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. 4th down now after a loss of 2. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, Week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here, and we'll step aside.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Back to throw. And he's got his big wide receiver complete.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. And he comes back with one complete.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Back to throw again. And that is caught. But he will.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this a 19-point ball game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Well, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
As they try to finish things off in this fourth quarter, and that current 5-game win streak looking like it's going to go to 6.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee.
So it's a win for the home side, and it was thanks in large part to the play of the man who's been doing this for a while, their veteran quarterback.
Yeah, he had a tremendous night throwing the football, wound up with 4 touchdown passes. He had in his mind early that he was going to go into attack mode, and he sure was successful.
So for the home team here,
they finish off the regular season at 12 up and 5 down.
And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for our visitors,
they wanted desperately to finish above 500, but that will not happen as it is an 8-9 season in the end.
And they can take solace in the fact that this team never quit all the way to the end.